Cause I live at home, man, in a trailer. And I ain't got no place to go. I think that sums up this entire show.
Trailer trash?
Yes? Okay, so today's recommendation is from Rockstar, and I think he hates us, Di.
Yeah, he should be banned from recommendations.
Oh, don't be mean. You would troll someone too.
Sorry.
Okay.
Picking something this bad, you'd have to be. I'm sorry.
I sat through Gilgamesh and still let that person give another recommendation.
Well, that's because,
Stop being a dick.
Well, if you want to take another recommendation from them, you go right ahead. I'm not.
Okay, well, let's get to this. Since Di's gonna be a bitch. Alright, Magic Warfare. You're not exaggerating though, this show does suck.
You're a wizard.
A light novel written by Hisashi Suzuki and illustrated by Lunalia. What kind of name is that? And it has 12 volumes since November of 2011 to current. And it has an anime by Madhouse. How did Madhouse fuck up this colossally?
After Lost.
If you all want to know how bad this anime was received, well, the light novel writer himself disowned it, claiming it was shit. Not really a good sign. Anyway, it would air from January to March of 2014, and of course Sentai would get the dub rights to it for 2015 release.
And man, is this a classic Sentai dub?
We'll get to that. So Magical Warfare, or Maho Senso, if you want to be a weeb asshole, let's see what it's about. We have our main character, Takeshi. They flip back and forth with the dub. I don't know. Maybe it's Takahata.
I don't know. He's so bland. He can be named whatever.
Well, you see, the show opens with him going like, "I hate my home. If it gets me to leave the house, I don't care where I am, even if I have to go face first into the bowels of hell." Except way less emotion, because the voice actor clearly didn't give a shit. Yeah, it's one of those dubs. Anyway. Okay, let's get to the stupid plot. You all know where this is going. It's Magical Warfare.
You can just sum it up in with a meme.
You're a wizard, Harry. No, but yeah, he goes to school and doesn't some bitch end up falling out of a door or something?
Yep.
And he picks her up and is like, "Man, that's weird. I'm gonna take her to the infirmary." And she ends up waking up, clumsiness ensues, she falls on him, ends up kissing him accidentally because anime shenanigans, and thus it's his fault. I hate this trope so fucking much. What?
Yeah, and she does the only rational thing when it's clearly his fault.
Pull a gun and shoot a bitch. Yes, really, she pulls a magical gun and shoots a death laser at him. And he seems quite fine with it. He's like, "Hey, shouldn't you put the gun down?"
Yes, that's the problem.
What an unfortunate set of circumstances. Lol, this woman is aiming a gun at me. How to compute.
How do you human?
Anyway, it turns out she's running from wizards from an organization known as Ghost Trailer. Or as she pronounces it when they first arrive, Ghost Trailer. I'd much rather be watching Black Clover, I'm gonna be honest.
No, that's over.
Don't remind me. It's funny she says Ghost Trailer, by the way, because apparently there's a lot of characters in this anime with a sister complex. Clearly that's the light novel guy's kink, I guess, or fetish. You think we're exaggerating? 90% of this female character's name, her name is Mui, by the way, or Moe, or Moe, depending. Yeah, the dub can't decide. All of her dialogue is about her brother. She even confuses Takashi or Takemichi. I'm just gonna do different interpretations of Taka for the rest of this.
Takemichi?
Yes. For her brother constantly, and even gets handsy with him while calling her, or him, yes, him, calling Takashi her brother. Do you see what we mean yet?
Also, she has as much personality as him, so...
Yeah, they're both the blandest things in the universe. But yeah, so wizards arrive. He's got magical powers now, because apparently, if you get exposed to magic from a wizard, it turns a normal human into a wizard.
Oh, you might want to put in a cough drop there, buddy.
I hate this show. It's making me sick.
The show where your headset?
Yes. It's making the headset sick. But yeah, so if you get exposed to magic from a wizard, if you're a normal human, you become a wizard. That is the dumbest shit and contrived as hell. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, it's not, because it gets dumber.
Okay. Yeah, so her brother shows up, is brainwashed. He's got people with him. One of them is clearly a woman, but the dub constantly calls a guy, and a dude, and a he. No, it's not a trap, I promise you.
I don't know how you didn't notice this.
I had to watch some of this shit a second time. I don't want to hear it. Anyway. So Takashi, of course, is an evasion wizard, as you find out, where he can avoid anything by looking at its trajectory, and Mary Soonest ensues, because someone who's never used magic before is able to take on people that are well experienced in fighting.
Yeah, next thing you're gonna tell me is you can use other people's abilities. That would be
so we're just gonna jump ahead here. His friends arrive, one of them being his fake girlfriend Kurumi. Will explain, trust me, it's fucking stupid. And his best friend Ida, who happens to be the only character in this show I like. And I guess Kurumi too, but she fell for the blandest thing in the universe, so she can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Anyway, because they're there, they get exposed to magic too. So now they're wizards. This is so fucking stupid.
Are you ready for a contrived reason for it to be an isekai?
Well, first, real quick, they have to
check the boxes off.
Yeah, so apparently, if you're wondering why, it's explained that wizards can't use magic to attack other wizards in the human world because they'll die. Because the wise man of the wizards made a thing called the gift. Why would you call it the gift? Oh, that's my present to you. Fuck you. You can't attack people in the human world. Or at least wizards. But you can attack normal humans. Oh, if you want to play Grand Theft Auto with your magic and attack civvies, go for it. But if you attack another wizard, then fuck you.
Which is why they proceed to start attacking people there. Because fuck the consequences.
Yeah. So, Mui's brother uses ice to freeze the door to trap them, and apparently that doesn't count as attacking, so he's okay.
Because door lives don't...
Oh, man. It's really dumb. And if you're wondering why Mui shooting a death laser at Takashi doesn't count, because he wasn't a wizard yet. It was the laser that turned him into a wizard, so she's okay. I don't even. I know this is supposed to be a shit adaptation of a light novel, but how much better could the light novels be? He's making things needlessly convoluted. Speaking of needlessly convoluted, after this conflict and, you know, they retreat or whatever, here's the isekai thing. because now they're wizards, they have to enroll in Magic Academy. Subaru Academy, to be exact. Speaking of shows I'd rather be watching. You want to go watch ReZero again?
No. We go back to Trap Shrine.
Yes. I'm down. Anyway. So now they're wizards at this academy. And Protag-kun...
They would get their magic taken away.
Yeah, red pill, blue pill thing.
And because they're so invested with, nothing...
Oh, well, you see Takashi's like, I gotta help her get her brother back. She seems like she needs my help. And Kurumi's like, well, Takashi, you're my boyfriend. I love you, so I'm gonna stick around. And Ida's like, well, fuck it. I got nothing better to do. That's literally it.
Writing?
Don't worry, we're almost done with the plot breakdown. So... Takashi ends up getting a sword, and this is what Dai was talking about. This is all within the first 2 episodes, by the way. And the sword is called Twilight, yes, really. And it's a gun blade that lets him use other people's magic. So that whole only being using evasion thing doesn't matter. So what the fuck is with the gunblade craze? I thought that died years ago. What?
Oh, can we go play FFX? I mean FF8 instead.
Alright. I mean FF13, lightning as a gunblade.
FF8 instead.
Alright. And that's when Mui gives the exposition that there are a bunch of factions in this universe. 7 of them to be... Or there's like 50 communities with 7 wizard communities being at the top. Ghost Trailer being the evil ones that want to conquer the world because they're, as she puts it, wizard supremacists.
Wizard supremacists?
While the rest of the factions don't seem to like him very much, and it's just needlessly convoluted. Why is this even an isekai? Yeah, so the magical world is called the Collapsing World because all that's left is Tokyo. The rest of the world was destroyed in the Great Magic War. But at the last climax of the war, someone cast a spell that split the world into 2 halves. The living world, where us normal civvies live, and what's left of the collapsing world, where the mages live. Why? Why is this so complicated? All you have to do is just say they're a secret wizard society. That's it. What is this other world shit?
To make it appear more clever than it is. And you didn't do justice to how bad the exposition is.
No, the first 2 episodes are nothing but exposition, because...
Nothing but exposition?
There's also parroting. Every time a teacher at the school or Mui explains something, they have to repeat it directly back to them, verbatim. Wait, so you're saying that Ghost Trailer is evil? So there are 50 communities, and there are 7 communities at the top. That's more or less how it is. It's like, for fuck's sake, stop the whole show! And again, it's clear Madhouse wanted to rush through the build-up chapters of the light novel just to get to the action set pieces in the school and get to the harem-y stuff, which we'll get to in the spoilers section, because there's a lot to bitch about. Okay. But for now, yeah, you guys get the basic setup. They're training, they have to help Mui get her brother Sukanashi back because he's been brainwashed. Takashi's bland as fuck. Ghost Trailer wants to take over the world because insert in Bipson meme here.
But for you, it was only but for me, it was only Tuesday. Even though it's Monday.
But alright. We'll get back to the plot in a bit. So, how's the animation? Dai to Madhouse. I hope it was at least okay.
I guess.
Well,
I would have to care at what I'm looking at.
well,
But sure, it's animated. More than you can say for Dane. Anyways.
you know we got Seven Deadly Sins coming back, right? We can't avoid it much longer.
Yeah, more than you can say for Dane. I don't know what you're talking about with that other thing.
Anyway, the OST exists. It's just there. Not much to really say about it. But now it's
bland as the protein.
Now it's time to talk about something that made this dub really dumb. Well, I mean the show really dumb, and it's the dub. I think it made it worse. Firstly, the Adr Director is Chris Harris, which legendary voice actor. We could all agree, but his ADR directing really needs work. We're gonna get to
created another legendary thing.
We'll get to that in a minute. So first, the voice actors. We have Takashi, Takeshi, Takemichi, Takahata, whoever the fuck. Voiced by Gabriel Rigojo, who also voiced Takashi in Devil's Line. Is that his whole thing is Takashi's?
Yeah.
He's Mamoru in Food Wars and Takuya in Scum's Wish. Spoilers, that's another recommendation we get to cover. I wonder if he'll be better in that, because in this, he just did not give a fuck. I'm serious. You heard him, right?
Yeah.
His lines.
Emotion.
Yeah, he's like, that girl just fell out of the door. What the hell? It's very weird. Yeah. She's accusing me of sexual harassment. I am most perturbed by this. Like, learn to emote, man! Anyway, so, yeah, he's definitely, needs work here. After him, we have Mui, Moe, Moi, Generico female. Voiced by Allison Summerall. Karin from Campione. Oh, God, another harem that wasn't very good. Vice President from Camphor. Camphor's still worse than this, Di. If you don't believe me, you can go watch it. Speaking of recommendations where people wanted me to suffer. And Riko from Chihaya Fudu. Speaking of shows I'd rather be watching, I heard that show's really good. Oh hey, she's Haruhime from Danmachi. You wanna go watch that, Di?
No.
Why? Danmachi's good. Anyway.
Because there's shit around every corner. You can't use that as escapism.
Okay. She does better than Gabriel over there. But the thing is her material, she's not given much to work with. When we say this character is bland in one note, all she does is go on about her Oni-chan for the first half of the series. And when she's not, she's confusing Takahata over there with her Oni-chan in really suggestive situations. Yeah. Anyway.
And apparently getting a fever makes you act like you're on drugs.
If only I were high right now.
Then you'd be like, this shit was fucking awesome.
Anyway. Next we have Kurumi. The only one with an actual personality out of the waifu tier list, I guess. Voiced by Sarah Ornelas, or Stephanie from No Game No Life. Yifei from Love Love Total Eclipse, from Eps 13 to 24. I don't think I caught that during the Dubster Turkey. How the fuck did I miss that? Anyway, or Nana from Himado Amuro-chan. And yeah, she does a lot better than the other two, probably because she has better material to work with, even if it's just generic tsundere who has an on and off again flat complex.
Who has one for an entire episode. That's it.
Yeah, she has transformation magic, so she could just turn into people.
Beast magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
She could transform into people, which you would say if they actually developed any other fucking character or focused on anything else.
I think I wouldn't be as annoyed at this show if we focused on everyone besides the two mains. I mean, it would still be generic as fuck and just a forgettable harem, but it would make it at least a little more tolerable.
But you're a wizard.
Okay. Speaking of characters with a little personality, Ida, or Best Friend Kun, voiced by Scott Gibbs. Sora from No Game No Life, Hiro from Bloomin' to You, and Satoshi from Food Wars. 3 shows I would much rather be watching. I haven't even seen Bloomin' to You, but I heard it's a decent slice of life romance. I'd take my chances with that over this. Anyway, he's typical Best Friend Kun. He's an idiot, means well.
Has a personality. Oh, wait. That shouldn't be a positive.
Yeah. He's the one that wants to hit on chicks all the time, but for some reason, Kurumi's interested in Blandy McBlandington over there. I still don't get that, why. But yeah, he's alright, I guess, with what little you get with him. Next, we have Momoko, the headmistress of the school, who's the lolly headmistress that's ageless, because of course. So if we didn't get enough tropes in here.
You
What?
gotta be generic to get your point across.
So many anime she's voiced in I'd rather be watching. Nancy Novotny, voice of Yuko and Elfin lead. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know, I'm weighing my options.
Well, I don't think either of your options are really that good.
You know what? I think I'd take Elfin lead because it's so try hard with its edgy bullshit. You can kind of laugh at it. Anyway, she's also Haruna Kojima from AKB0048 in just typical idol anime. Wonder how bad that could be. And Mari from Air Gear, which I heard was alright. And, I mean, what is she in, like 3 or 4 episodes? It's alright, I guess.
At best.
Okay, well, we're only going to do a couple of the antags, because we'll be here all year. This show has way too many characters, and hardly any of them get screen time.
They're not blind enough to get screen time. Because fuck you.
First, we have Kipe, who's, I guess, our main antag, the one scheming everything, voiced by David Wald. And he's trying way too hard in this show.
Why are you trying?
Hey, we covered him as Shishio from the Kenshin live-action movies. He's Kaito from Fibrain. Show I still think I'd rather be watching. And Zeku from SF5. An anime I'd rather be watching. What?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But we all know the only role that matters by him is Adam.
Adam from Skate. But, yeah, he's playing your typical antag, and he's trying. He's one of those voice actors, you could probably give him literally anything, and he would do his damnedest for it.
Yeah.
After him, we have Sukunashi, or Mui's generic brother, voiced by Lorado and Zaldua? That is a weird name, my friend. Takashi from High School of the Dead. What is with all the fucking Takashis?
It's a Takashi reunion.
I mean, another show I'd rather be fucking watching. Oh wait, it's Halloween next month. Perfect chance, okay. Anyway, Kengo from Little Busters, and Jabu from the Netflix dub of Saint Seiya. No offense, Mr. Lorado, you're not Vic. But anyways, he does okay. Got no complaints, he's just alright. Again, he's just generic antag for a lot of it. And then spoilers, when you see when he's not Antag, he's just generic.
Existent.
Yeah.
He exists.
Now, the last one I'll bring a lot of attention to is Gekko, who is Takashi's brother, because everyone has a fucking sibling in this universe. Gekko is voiced by Clint Bickham, who's again trying way too damn hard in this dub. Why?
And is involved in one of the stupidest fucking plot lines.
Well, he's Seiji from Bloomin' to you. Wonder if they're telling us we should be watching that instead. Taichi from Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. You know Pro Tycoon from that.
Yeah, can I watch that again instead?
And Isami Aldini from Food Wars. If y'all don't remember who that is, he's one of the Italian brothers.
He's the less relevant one.
Yeah. And, yeah, Gekko's, again, one of the major antags, and Clint Bickham, he might be the best performer in this dub, because he's trying so hard to come across as edgy and angry and over the top. It's one of those things where, like, can't we focus on you instead, please?
Are you sure you want to focus on that plot line that doesn't even know what it wants to be?
We'll get to that in a second.
Because that was just dumb.
Yeah, the last person on the cast list to mention that's literally in every episode is Mahoka, who's the next episode preview, which... voiced by Tiffany Grant. I don't know how I need to see more other than Asuka from Avon Jellyfish. A show I'd much rather go rewatch for the 50th time again. If you bring up the Netflix dub, I'll slap you, Die.
I didn't. You did, though, so that's your own problem.
And, yeah, the rest of the cast is typical Sentai fare. Andrew Love, Carly Mosier, etc. But these characters
existed occasionally.
At least there's no Monica on the cast list. That's a takeaway from this. But otherwise, time to get into some of the stupid dubisms.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, we'll get the big one out of the way first. So, there's a scene... We already mentioned this with Sukanashi, so spoilers, I guess. Sukanashi is talking to Takashi, and he asks him, have you been dreaming a lot? Takashi legit replies with, yeah, I have. He says, you dreaming a lot? Yeah, I have. Not, yeah, I have been. Not, yeah, I am. No, just, yeah, I have.
It's the sequel to Yeah, I Do. What?
Are you dreaming a lot?
Yeah, I do.
Just, why? How do you miss that? Come on. I'm glad you caught it. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see. We already mentioned Ghost trailer. The gift rule being really dumb. Oh, yeah, this. So, during the first episode, Ida shows up carrying Hotaru, who's one of the antags. She's female, like we mentioned. And they're like, why are you carrying Hotaru? And he's like, I don't know. This punk just collapsed. Maybe you should take more care of this dude in my arms. He keeps calling it a dude, or her a dude and a he. Why? Just
everyone
for it to...
in the scene referred to them as a he.
Yeah, and then later it's a female. I know we mentioned this already before, but going into more detail about it, it just makes you question so many things. And trust me, I asked Nomi, he's read these fucking light novels, and he said no, that is not the case at all in them. Also, why does she look like Discount Lene from Under Night and Birth? Speaking of games, I'd rather... never mind.
Well, she doesn't even exist. She exists so much, it's not even worth mentioning.
Yeah. There's other dumb shit that I don't think is dub related, but just silliness. Like Mui being surprised when they find out Takashi's former sword owner, you know, the sword Twilight, was a woman. Like, wow, a woman used a sword? Like, what? Why is that relevant?
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
Where does it go? Nowhere. Because that would require us to take a screenshot at 1 month at a time.
Yeah, the pacing for this show is fucked. The last thing I'll mention is the episode previews, which are honestly probably the best thing about the anime, because Mahoka just says the most random shit. I think my particular favorite one was when she brought up one of the other factions, Camelot. You remember the one, right, Dai?
Yeah.
It's a group of nothing but females, and she says, clearly that means they're a group of nothing but lesbians. And then she goes on a tangent saying, I dated a guy once, but then it turns out it was just a girl in drag named George. Like, what? That is legit quoting the preview. I'm not making this up. That's the only times there was even remote entertainment here. I'm gonna be upfront.
And that's all you get. And that's all you get on that group, because they legit just show up out of nowhere for the last episode and a half, and you're supposed to care, I guess.
Yeah. Before we get into stupid spoilers, which there's only a couple of things to rant about, we covered a lot of it here. Don't watch this show. I don't recommend it. I paid $7 for this Blu-ray on a Right Stuff sale a year ago. That should tell you how little Sentai even gave a shit about this with how they marked it down.
I think you paid $7 too much, if I'm gonna be honest.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Mr. R-Star. This pick was dicks. Please tell me this was a troll pick, and if it was, don't be a dick again, please. If you like the light novels, I still don't see why, but sure, you do you. But this anime is, I just don't see how. It just seems to me like it's objectively bad. And if someone's like, well, the animation only makes up so much, though. We've seen that before. Anyway, time for spoilers, and oh boy. We're going to go into why the pro tag isn't just, well, generic, but why he's also kind of an asshole. And not even the likable kind of an asshole like Domon from G Gundam.
How could you hate Domon?
Anyway. So, first thing to bring up, Gekko's plotline.
Oh, no. This is so fucking stupid.
So Gekko hates Takashi, or Takemichi, whoever the fuck, because apparently he thinks Takashi pushed him in front of a car and injured his leg. And also because Takashi stole Kurumi from him and he liked Kurumi, because he doesn't know they were fake dating. Yeah, we'll get into that plot point in a minute. It's really dumb and makes no sense. Anyway. But you come to find out, Gekko was pushed in front of the car by his mom, who was trying to kill him for no reason, really. Yeah, it's not really explained. And then she saw him with his fucked up leg and felt bad about it, and that's why she couldn't put herself through that anymore and decided not to kill him. Yeah. What? What the fuck? I just... And Takashi, by the way, goes through the whole anime hating his mom because he said she didn't notice him senpai. And then at the very end, she shows up to teach him magic for an episode. And then he gets on Gekko's case. How could you hate our mother like this? How could you try hurting her like this? I don't understand. Cockface, you went the first 10 episodes complaining about how much you hated her too. If you wanted to say, I understand where your viewpoint is, but you went too far, that would have made more sense. But no, you're coming across like a self-righteous dick, even though you hated the same person.
That was then, this is now.
So Gekko's plot makes no fucking sense. But now it's time to get into the fake girlfriend thing and why Takashi's an asshole. So it turns out Kurumi apparently was the hottest girl in her school, getting to the point where everyone was hitting on her. She even had crazy stalkers. So Takashi agreed to be her boyfriend, or pretend to be, to make the stalkers leave her alone. That's why when in the Magic Academy, he says, I think we should call this off. If you're wondering what brought this on, Kurumi finds out that Mui accidentally kissed him and brings it up to him. And he's like, it wasn't like that. But I think we should break up. Let's not be pretend anymore.
Never mind, let's keep pretending.
No, so hold on. She gets mad, leaves, and he's confused as to why she's pissed. You can't make this up. What did I do wrong? Oh no!
What did I do? Oh no!
Yeah. And then when he goes into a locker room, there's a bunch of guys looking at pictures of her, and he takes them. He's like, no, I'm dating her. And it resolves with him pretending to be her boyfriend again. Nothing was accomplished. Just for 2 episodes later for him to say, I think I need to break off pretending being her boyfriend. By the way, that goes nowhere. Never gets mentioned again. He never stops pretending. He keeps bringing up how he's going to stop pretending, but it never goes anywhere.
Was it filler?
I don't think it was. I think it was just shitty writing and bad pacing.
But the fact that they keep going in a circle like this, I mean, this shit keeps up for the LN, no matter how shitty that adaptation is.
Okay, so now it's time to explain the fucked up pacing problem real quick, though. So, Kurumi gets captured by Ghost Trailer Trash over there. Why would you name your group Ghost Trailer?
Well, you forgot to mention it's Ghost Trailers.
I've seen it pronounced both different ways on multiple different forums, so I don't know if it's trailers with an S or not. I don't care either.
A triangle, a square.
Anyway, so Kurumi gets kidnapped by them. Takashi goes after her to rescue her, fights the Andrew Love thingy, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'll tell you where she is. And then it just cuts to him blandly narrating, I saw his face, and I knew he wasn't lying. I knew where Kurumi was now. The very next episode begins with him taking on Gekko outside of the Ghost Trailer HQ.
No, outside of his house.
Outside of his house.
In the world of the whatever.
Yeah, the world of the living. And Kurumi's fine. She shows up partway in the fight. She was rescued off screen. Even though the previous scene showed her with the leader of Ghost Trailer.
Yeah.
Who's Dave Matrenga, by the way, if anyone cared. But he's not even a factor, so I wouldn't mention him.
Also, Magic War 2 starts.
Oh yeah, he calls this the dawn of Magic War 2. So... you know that the thing we mentioned, the gift, where you can't hurt another wizard in the world of the living? Yeah, Kipe, or the David Wald thing, he just kills the wise man in a 2-second scene. If it was that simple, why didn't you do that in the first place? And trust me, this plan apparently was in development for like 16 years in canon timeline. You could have killed the wise man ages back and... never mind. I know someone's going to say, well, he was waiting for their leader to wake up from his coma. Yeah, but it still would have eliminated a bunch of complications getting rid of the wise man early, wouldn't it have?
No, because that would make sense. The fuck is wrong with you? Stop trying sense.
Anyway, Gekko ends up stabbing Kurumi in the middle of their fight, and he's like, I didn't mean to do it! No! And their fight ends. We don't know if Kurumi's fine. He ended up attacking the mom too, like we said. We don't know if she's fine.
Not like it matters, because...
The anime's ending is trash.
Because, hey, you know what would make this even better? If we ended it on an air quotes cliffhanger, and now it's time travel, because fuck you.
So Takashi is knocked out during the fight after it ended, and he wakes up in the past, seeing how Kipe and Momoko, the two people from opposite factions, were besties back in school. And his mom's there, and for some reason Gekko is there too. How does that even make sense? He's his younger sibling.
Because they both time travel, don't you get it? It makes sense.
Whatever. Anyway, it's like, what? So this is the past?
1998. I'll never forget it. I'd rather
And then the anime just ends. Nothing's resolved. We don't get a follow-up to anything. This is one of the worst anime endings ever to one of the most frustrating harems I've sat through ever.
If you could even call it one.
Yeah, I don't even think it is a harem. It just has two people that are into the most bland thing in the universe.
It just has one person and a piece of cardboard.
I am so happy the self-insert shit is done. Okay.
Also, why the fuck is it an isekai?
Yeah, why? We already mentioned that was pointless. And the thing is, these light novels came out before the isekai boom really got going. Because I don't think SAO even aired yet. And love it or hate it, that is what kicked off the isekai boom in the last decade.
But you're a wizard.
Yeah, that's also Moe's entire dialogue tree. Wizard. You're a wizard now. You're a wizard. You're a wizard. Fucking Harry Potter meme.
A wizard? Wizards?
Anyway.
What are those?
Okay, MVP of the dub is either David Wald or Clint Bickham. There you go. As far as this show...
Not much of an accomplishment.
Yeah, this dub was terrible. And I'm not saying all Sentai dubs are terrible. We've heard that they can do decent ones. Food Wars is alright. Saint Seiya, other than a few hiccups along the way, for the most part, was okay.
I mean, this is what happens when you have a main who's not fucking trying. You just compare it to Food Wars, which had the exact opposite.
Don't worry, Dai, because he's one of the mains in Scum's Wish, one of the other shows we'll be covering.
I swear.
Now, as far as this show, I don't think it's as bad as Camp for HX Zeros, but it does belong in the shit harem section, or the shit show section.
It belongs in the F tier. One of the sole reasons I'm saying this is because it's Madhouse.
Yeah, what the fuck, Madhouse?
Excuse for any of this.
Yeah, like, Madhouse has done a couple of iffy things here or there, but...
It's like, yeah, if you were a lesser studio, we could have been lenient and put you in the D or whatever, but you're fucking Madhouse. But no, between this and Afterloss, what the fuck is wrong with you, Madhouse?
Keep in mind that this was right before they went on to make The Irregular at Magic High School and No Game, No Life. Two series that people say are really good adaptations.
Then again, they still even fuck up even with good adaptations, because you remember that terrible CG in Overlord Season 3? What the fuck, Madhouse?
I'd still rather be watching that any day of the week over this, though. Yeah, so, Magical Warfare. Stay away. I've seen there are some people who actually genuinely like this anime, and why? Please, tell me why.
Go outside, get some taste.
Like, come on, guys. Like, even if you wanted to say, oh, I'm in it for the ecchi. What ecchi? There's barely any.
The one 10-second scene where they're by the pool?
Yeah, and maybe the scene where she has a fever or something, I guess.
Fevers make you do whatever the fuck that is.
Fevers make you strip and hit on the closest guy to you, calling him your brother. This light novel guy's got a fucking problem. Oh, we didn't even mention Ida has a little sister too, and I love looking this up. The first description it says about him, known for having a sister complex.
What the fuck?
Again, light novel, dude. I'm starting to have some questions.
This is your question. But you see, they traveled back in time to 1998.
Actually, it's not even just it's not even just those two. Remember the stupid bath scene with the Fujoshi baiting stuff with Gekko and Takashi?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Whatever. We're going on here. Like I think we made our peace. All right, enough ranting. Got 2 recommendations left, and I heard one is one of those like John Alchemist or whatever, where it's a guilty pleasure of the year and people love it because it's so stupid yet it knows what it wants to be. And the other's a gore fest.
So between the two, surely one can't be this bad.
No, I already know.
I mean, at worst, one could be bad in terms of animation, but in a hilarious way. Like you said, John Alchemist.
Well, anyways, let us know what you thought of Magical Warfare, and if you like it, please tell me why. I already know, though. I already know. The ending of the light novel is going to be every character moving to Abilama, so they can live out their sister complexes.
In their trailers.
Maybe that's why he called it Ghost Trailer.
No, that's still a stupid fucking name, no matter what you call it.
Why not something like edgy, like Ghost Requiem or something? I don't know. Come on. But alright.
Yeah, I know. So now you see Madhouse at their most A1.
Yeah. This was worse than A1. We didn't even mention what it cuts to them in front of the house outside. We didn't skip an episode. Trust me, I thought the same thing. And this show keeps doing that. Episodes just begin. Yeah, it starts with Person going, it's been 3 months since the last episode. And you could tell a lot of shit is missing. A lot of context. Oh, it's making my mic fuck up too.
It's been doing that the whole video. Maybe it's a sign.
The show sucks.
It sucked the life out of your mic. How cruel.
Anyway, I think we played our case fine enough. We're getting out of here.
Can't believe I came back to watch this piece of shit. I hate you.
Yeah, you told me to get Samurai Deeper Kill out of the way because you thought that would be the worst one. Little did you know. Little did you know.
Yeah, maybe this doesn't plagiarize enough. Maybe then it would have been better.
Anyway. Till next time, guys. Scum's Wish is next. And I really hope it's guilty pleasure like people say. I need something dumb and stupid after this. I'm in the mood for it.
Get your sick sister complexes out of here.
About that. You know what? I hope Scum's Wish doesn't have that. I don't think it does, but I did hear it's really silly and dumb. And it's a slice of life.
Oh, even better.
Anyways, till next time, guys. Hope you all have a great day and hope you all enjoyed and all that. And hey, if you liked this, then you should like it. Maybe even sub if you're cool.
If you like it, you deserve it. You should go watch HX Heroes. That's the
That
kind
is
of show
worse.
you deserve.
No, it is not. That is worse. Don't listen to him.
You deserve it just for you.
This show did not have a Kirara, or whatever the hell her name is in this. I will give it that.
Yeah, but it didn't make you feel anything, which is arguably worse.
Yeah, but HX Heroes is also censored by Funny. This show was at least uncut, I guess.
What was uncut? It has nothing to offer.
You know what, on second thought, maybe Camphor is better. The protagonist might be worse than him. Yes, I mean that. The protag of Camphor, you have no idea. He literally asks questions like, wait, so when you're dating someone, kissing them is normal? It is about on that level, I shit you not. Anyway, we're getting out of here. We're ranting now, but yeah, Camphor at least had fapping material. This didn't even have that. Fuck this show. Get it the hell out of my face.
Yeah, fuck you, Madhouse.
Yeah, last time I was saying fuck you, Studio Dean. But at least Dean was just being Dean.
At least it's expected of Dean.
I think this is the worst Madhouse anime I've seen in my life.
So you'd rather watch After Lost again?
The sad part is that was adapting a phone game to my recollection, so if that's the case, it was never gonna be good. Anyway, enough ranting. It's going on for like 3 years. We're getting out of here. And hey, you know what? On second thought, maybe we should recommend Magical Warfare as a torture device. If you've been bad today, go watch Magical Warfare.
I don't know, some people like it. And that spells doom for oh wait, society's already fucked. Anyways.
Jokes aside, if you like it, fine. Just please tell me why. That's all I want to know. And then give a good reason as to why the phone is ringing.
Yes, give him out your 5-paragraph essay as to why you like it.
Also explain how someone other than Kurumi can be best girl in this show, and she's the only choice.
There was a choice?
Exactly. Anyways. We'll be back. Scum's Wish is next. Till next time, guys. Have a great day.